go. And we're back with This is Private Practice. In case you're wondering, today's Thursday and it's the 10th of May. I am not going to lie, I am tired again today. It has been a push through kind of day. You know, those days where everything feels hard, everything feels a little bit hard. I liken it to swimming through honey, like it's just not easy to move around. But that's okay. We know how to turn up, and we know how to do things and be of great service to our clients and our customers, even when we're tired. The trick for me, however, has been learning when to push through and when to stop. And I know I'm an incredible work in progress there. So I've had my 2 coaching groups on today, and we say goodbye to the 5 Favorite People program. We've been together for 12 weeks, and they've been in my life every day for 12 weeks. And it was such a great celebration to spend some time with some of the participants today and to hear what they've implemented, what they're looking forward to in the coming months. It was really exciting to hear one of the participants today who's had her first paying client turn up. Not what we expected. She's actually got her first paid speaking gig. Before she's ever seen a client, she's been paid to go and speak to a medical practice and their staff. So that is really, really cool. So relationships matter, people. They really matter. It was also really interesting today talking some more about objections and what are our own objections when we're out there talking to people, and how we limit ourselves and limit what we will do because we make assumptions about how we think the other person's going to react. So I know we all do it. So we often don't want to follow people up because we don't want to be annoying. We don't want to send a follow-up thank you email because we don't want to be spammy. We don't know what to say to somebody, so we're not going to say anything to them. We think, why would someone want to hang out with me? Like, they've already spent time having coffee with me. Why would they want to do that again? So they're our own objections. And I say this a lot, especially when we're trying to help people understand why purchasing our services are a good idea, is that the first objector we ever have to overcome is ourselves. So if you've got any hesitancy in why someone should work with you or spend time with you or invest their time, energy, and money with you, then we've got to help ourselves get over our own objection. Hello, Nicola and Carol. Thank you for joining me today. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you very much. Oh, we had great conversations here with my family last night after yesterday's episode where my husband and my son both turned up. They didn't know that they were going to turn up on the live call, and it was a bit of fun for us. So here's to business activity bringing family members together. That's pretty cool. So my 5 Favorite People program is finishing on the 14th, and it's been hard work because the whole point of this group is helping people overcome their own obstacles and learning some language. It's more about doing the do than just learning what to do. It's about changing the way we think and making sure that we've got a system, but a strategic way of building referral partnerships and relationships with people in our community. So it's just been great. I'm going to miss them. There's going to be a bit of a hole in my life when this group finishes. I am going to let you know. But guess what? I get to fill it with writing my book. So book writing hasn't happened again today because I am still writing another one of those really big reports. Did you like the little Lego figurine for this event today? That was me having a tantrum because I've still got a report that's outstanding. And I say this every time I have to write big chunky reports. I complain about them, but I know how helpful and useful and valuable they are. And I think part of the issue for me is that I want them to be so good and so useful and so valuable that I ruminate on them, and I don't procrastinate. I do a lot of work. I probably write it 3 times, to be honest, and they usually end up between 20 and 30 pages long. So could you imagine doing that 3 times? That's not effective. So that's a really useful insight. So in between coaching calls today, I've been doing some research and I led some training this morning on how we can prepare for the GDPR and if you've got people from the European Union. So what that means is it doesn't matter where you sit. If you are doing online internet marketing and people who receive your emails or your marketing are in the European Union, then you need to be aware of this thing and you need to be making significant changes to the way you implement your online email marketing to make sure that you are compliant. And is compliance a big deal? Well, it doesn't matter. You can or you can't. I can't force you to do it. But I think it's really, really important that we as leaders in our field are very much aware of what spam laws exist in the world. And the internet is an international community. It's not a state-based community or even a national community. So I think we need to be aware of how our behavior how it impacts on others. What was really interesting for me in putting this training together today was that it made me think about what do I think is spam? Excuse me. When do I feel spammed? And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. So I went through my inbox and looked at what was in there. And there's nothing in my inbox at the moment, apart from the fact that it's falling over, that I would consider to be spam. However, I did have this thing happen yesterday. So I signed up for a guy who promises that he's got the system that will take you to a 7-figure practice. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's targeting disciplines that are different to mine. So I was like, yeah, I think I know what this is about. But I thought, okay, let me read what he has to say because I'm always interested and I can learn from others. So what I do when I opt in for something, I'm one of those people that I opt in for that thing and then I immediately unsubscribe from the list, okay? Because I don't want to be marketed to. Yeah, I watch my list numbers go down now. Anywho, what was interesting for me is that even though I had opted out and received a confirmation email from him saying, sorry to see you go, I received another 3 emails from him yesterday. 3. And the tricky thing that he had done is he'd set these emails out in such a way that I couldn't find the unsubscribe button. I had to scroll down the page. There was all this blank space to find the unsubscribe button. So this is something else that the GDPR is making us very, very conscious of, is just having an unsubscribe option is no longer enough. We actually have to be asking people if they want to receive this information from us. Now, this thing is such a big deal that you will find that your email autoresponder companies, your third-party service providers, actually will have their own policies and instructions and how-to guides on their websites. I've seen them now for MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. So I know that they're there. That's how big of a deal this thing is. So I've been using it and harping on it a little bit of late because I think it's important. And I don't think we can plead ignorance to this stuff. It's the same as making sure you get your taxes done. It's the same as making sure your industrial relations laws are intact. This is a part of doing business. And if you're going to collect personal information, including an email address, then you need to know what your responsibilities are. And just saying that you're HIPAA compliant or you meet the Australian national privacy standards or whatever country you live in, it's just not enough. Okay, here endeth the sermon. There's plenty of resources online to help confuse you, irritate you, and sift through this information. Let me know if you've got specific questions. Don't ask me what I need to do because I can't give you a step-by-step. That's a really big task and that's a really big ask. We need to be responsible about this ourselves. Okay, well, I have a couple more appointments this afternoon. Hey, Paul. Oh, Paul, you on my call. Yay. Thank you for turning up. That's really cool. Hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous day. And I hope your evening, afternoon, morning goes extremely well. And let's see what tomorrow brings. Apparently here in Sydney or the west of Sydney, it's about to get freezing frigging cold. Nicola's just told me, she lives about 20 gazillion hours away from me in the south, that it's freezing at her place. So tomorrow I may look like a snow bunny. Stay tuned for that. All right, everybody, this is Private Practice and I look forward to talking to you again.